you guys tell me. I was making this point today. Rondo goes out. It's a big story because the Lakers are in the bubble, and one of their players with championship experience is now out for the next, call it 6 to 8 weeks. I would argue he's probably gone for the rest of the year, but let's just see how it plays out. But I was arguing today that it's not that big of a deal. It's LeBron and it's AD. And the reason I'm putting it all out there is because you guys know way more about the NBA, way more about the Lakers. Okay, so check me on this. Do I sound like a complete idiot or do I have a point here? What do you say, Big Brown?
It depends on how you look at it. Because there's a lot of people who will say throughout the year Rondo was a net negative when he was on the floor. But at the same time, when you get into a playoff scenario, of that roster after LeBron, I would say I trust Rondo way more than I trust AD. Because I've seen Rondo do this at high levels against high-level competition. I don't know what Anthony Davis can do. Again, I think Anthony Davis is a top 10 player in the NBA. I don't know what he can do when you get in a conference finals against the Clippers and every possession counts. He's very fragile. He oftentimes gets hurt. And the addition of loss of Avery Bradley leaves you with now two guys with deep playoff runs now going off your roster. So can Alex Caruso play? We about to find out. People love Alex Caruso. He's a good fan favorite. Can Alex Caruso play? And I will tell you this, Jared Dudley will factor in this because he's been in the playoffs. He's a veteran. This is why he's on the roster. Now, he can't contribute like Rondo can, but he will have his game will make a difference at some point in this run.
When is Jared Dudley going to come back on the 710 show? Like he came on the podcast. Mm-hmm. Then you told us that he got pissed at you for something.
Yeah.
And now we haven't spoken to him.
What'd you do?
I messaged him. No, not what I did. I messaged him.
What's Scott do?
I think I messaged him like a healthy number of times. I try not to annoy people. I've messaged him a healthy number of times this weekend about 710, and I got crickets. So, like I said, he's mad.
What'd you do? Is he mad at me? You, Alex?
No, for the format of the show, Alex works for the Lakers, so he can't technically be against the Lakers. For the format and for the discussion, I was backing the Clippers. My friend is on the team, is on the Lakers. That's just not a good look. It's not a good look. So it hasn't gone over well.
You muted yourself, Scott.
Am I still muted?
No, you're good now.
Okay, because I had to clear my throat.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, ugh.
I don't do that. I just get right to it.
Alex, what? Give me you know the Lakers well. You're a lifelong Laker fan. You have a Laker podcast. You tell me, how big of a deal is Rondo's injury? And combine it with Avery Bradley already bailing.
Bradley's the bigger loss. It's not even close. If you watch the Lakers, you know that this is an addition by subtraction. Caruso has been more effective. He's not a good ball handler. That's his biggest thing. And when you're going to play point guard, you might want to be a good ball handler. So that's an issue, which is why I would suspect that Quinn Cook might get a lot of minutes in these 8 games before the playoffs start to see if he's even able to do anything, because they're going to need another ball handler, and it's not Anthony Davis ain't going to be the point guard. But I promise you that it is an addition by subtraction. Rajon Rondo is not good. He's not a good player. He hasn't been a good player. And I get what John's saying if this was 2008, which it's not. It's 2020, and he's not good. And just because he got all shredded in the quarantine doesn't mean that just watch he doesn't play well with LeBron, and he never even played with LeBron that often. Caruso and LeBron, actually, where they're limited minutes together, are one of the best tag team duos statistically that you can have in the NBA. It's ridiculous how much better LeBron is with Caruso. I think LeBron plays better, and it's not even debatable. LeBron plays better when he has the ball. When Rondo's on the court, who has the ball? Rondo. And if he doesn't, he's a waste of a person on the court if he doesn't have the ball, which is my biggest thing, why it's an addition by subtraction, because 20 less minutes of Rondo might be 20 more minutes of Caruso, and that's 20 more minutes of LeBron with the ball. I think it's a big win, and I guarantee you it's a fan favorite move what happened. The injury sucks for Rondo. Great for the fans. Great.